So hi guys, this is Shadow Girl Sherry clocking into TikTok. And guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is, I believe, my 5th time going live. I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with it, whatever, but 5th time going live, I believe, starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with it. But at the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. This video that I'm doing, or live that I'm doing right now, it was a bit of a last minute thing. If you're watching this video, you may be most likely you are into the law of attraction. The law of attraction being the idea that like attracts like through your positive or negative thoughts, thinking, actions, all that. It's said that through the law of attraction, you would be attracting the same thing. If you're thinking positive things, you're attracting positive things. If you're doing positive things, it's said through the law of attraction that you would be attracting the positive. That's what I'm trying to do in my life. And, but on the other hand, if you're thinking and doing negative things, hanging out with negative people, all that, then it's said that through the law of attraction, the idea that is that you would be attracting the same thing back into your life. So my channel is all about my personal journey with the law of attraction, where I'm hoping to take you, the viewer, along with me, and help you on your journey as well. And it's just kind of like a community thing. We're all trying to give each other high fives and all that. So if you are into the law of attraction, you may be watching this video may have popped up on your For You page. Maybe this video has popped up on your well, let me say this. Some people think that there are those that may say that the law of attraction is kind of like witchcraft. I don't know the way you feel, whatever. The way I look at it is, which way do you want to go? Do you want to think positive or do you want to think negative? And I'm just going to say for myself, I just got to the point in life where I wanted to live more of a magical life over the mundane. So that's why I got into the law of attraction. So if you're feeling this way or you're feeling this, whatever, I hope that you will go ahead and join the live. So let me go ahead and talk about something, a synchronicity that I had basically. So guys, today is Saturday, August the 16th, 2025. Obviously, I mean, it's been that way all day. You most likely already know that. But with that being said, today is Madonna's birthday. And guys, again, my channel Sunset Songs is all about my personal journey with the law of attraction, but there's a couple of reasons why I called my channel Sunset Songs. I'll go ahead and mention this one right now. One of the main reasons why I chose to call my channel Sunset Songs is because I really do believe that music, it can make you feel whatever way you want to feel. If you want to uplift your spirits, which, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep my spirits high as much as I can. Permitting, if, wherever I am, if I'm somewhere and I'm feeling kind of down or whatever, it's always nice to know that, if I can play music. And music just has a way in affecting you anyway. I mean, if you go into a store, I know that one of the ways that, it's kind of like a thing where they play certain songs or whatever, or they play the music. And when you're in the store, it gets you to the point where you want to go around and buy stuff. So, I'll leave it at that. But anyhow, I'll leave it at that. But, so I wanted to include music in my channel. I try to include like all the elements and all that to, and think about your senses and all that, the 5 senses, and the 5 elements, all that. But one of the big things for me is that music has always made me feel good. You could be tired and you listen to a song and it wakes you up. That's kind of what happened to me tonight. But all day today, I've known that, I knew that Madonna's birthday was coming up. And the last, I don't think the last video I made, probably talked about Madonna in the last video that I made. But the very first video that I made where I went live, the first time that I went live, the song that I picked, I always pick what I call a sunset song. A sunset song is basically what I say, you know, for each, I'm going to say it's an episode, kind of feel like it's like my own like TV thing going on here. You know what I mean? But I'll say for each episode, I try for the most part, to come up with a song that has come up in my head, popped up in my head, that kind of makes me think of whatever I'm talking about in that particular, what I'll call episode. It's themed around that. Puts me in mind of whatever I'm talking about at that particular time. So with that being said, the first time I went live, I picked a song by Madonna. The first song that I picked for the first video that I made, for a live, the first time I went live, the song that I picked was, Express Yourself by Madonna. Now, if you're watching this video, most likely I've already said it, into the law of attraction, all that. You're on a spiritual journey, whatever. You are on a spiritual journey. And you may know that recently, right now, we are still in Leo season. We're still in Leo season. But with Leo season, at a certain point, there's something that opens up. It's a portal that's said to open up, and it's called the Lionsgate's portal. Now, for the Lionsgate's portal, I decided that I wanted to step out and be bold, because for the Lionsgate's portal is said to be a time where you're supposed to be bold, step out and be who you are. Go bold, be who you are, that type of thing. So with that being said, I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. That's a whole story as well. I don't want to keep talking about, this, that, and the third. But I do call myself Shadow Girl Sherry in my videos. So let me quickly say this, and I don't want to get thrown off of what I was saying, which I'm probably going to. But if you're watching this video, you may be the type. You may be the type to where maybe you may be a little bit on the shy side. You may be a little bit on the shy side. You might, because I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. With that being said, I don't appear in my videos. I have a tendency to lay out things. I make up a bit of a scene, I'll say. I'll make up a little bit of a scene, and that shows up for me, really, for right now. When I get to the point to where I want to come out more and I've gotten more subscribers and all that, then when I feel comfortable or whatever, then I'll go ahead and I'll make an appearance and you'll know what I look like. But in my videos right now, you don't know what I look like. You're just following the sound of my voice. Therefore, I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. It's a bit of a costume. But for Lionsgate's portal, I decided that I was going to go ahead and at least go live. On that day, during the Lionsgate's portal, the height of the Lionsgate's portal, which was August the 8th, I went live. Because it's the Lionsgate's portal, which, that's about, lion energy, all that, Leo energy, which Madonna is a Leo, guys. She was born during Leo season. She is a Leo sun. And I did say in the, for the title for this video that this was Madonna's solar return. If you're watching this video, you may already know what a solar return is. A solar return is basically your birthday. And it said that on your birthday every year, the sun is, for the most part, back in the same positioning, about the same positioning as it was the day that you were born. So, that has to come with a lot of energy there, because, this is the sun, and the sun is what, it gives everything life. It makes things grow. So with that being said, Today is Madonna's solar return, or her birthday. So the sun is basically in the same spot for the most part, on the day as it was on the day 67 years ago. And guys, this is so funny. Another crazy synchronicity. My phone right now, and this happens to me a lot, on the Lionsgate's portal, I looked at my phone and my phone was at 88%. Now today, and 8 obviously is aligned with the Lionsgate's portal. The 8th month, 8th day is the height of the Lionsgate's portal. But right now, my phone is at 60, well, now it's at 66, but it was at 67% just a second ago. It just went down to 66. Now, Madonna's birthday is today. Today, she is 67 years old. And obviously, she just left, yesterday she was 66, and my phone is at 60 now, right now, at 66%. So anyhow, guys, wow. I am not a Leo, guys. I'm actually a Leo moon, but yes, I'm a Leo moon, but I am a Gemini sun. So if you know anything about Geminis, it's said to be like the social butterfly. And I can be kind of shy, but at the same time, when I'm around people, that I feel I have a lot in common with or whatever, that Gemini side comes out, that social butterfly or whatever, the talkative side comes out. So guys, if you're watching this video, if this has popped up in your For You page or whatever, guys, I kind of feel like in real life we might just be friends. We could probably be friends in real life. But I hope that I've laid down, the whole thing about Shadow Girl Sherry. If you're watching this video, you might feel like you're a little bit shy, whatever. Yeah. So anyhow, I got to stay on and talk about the synchronicities, which I just said. I just had a synchronicity about the whole Madonna's age or whatever. But guys, I almost didn't even make a video tonight. I was feeling kind of lazy. And I'm like, what am I really going to talk about? I knew that Madonna's birthday was coming up, but I'm like, okay, how am I going to turn this into a live where, other people are going to want to join in? Boy. Okay, it didn't. Great. So anyhow, now what was I saying? I just had something pop up on my phone and it got me off course here. But anyhow, guys, so oh wow, I've really gotten thrown off just by that. I have a little bit of a scatterbrain kind of thing going on too, but just bear with me here in a second, and I know it's going to come back to me. So basically, guys, for the very first video that I made where I went live, I made the song for that first live, Express Yourself, by Madonna. Now, I wanted to say why I got the idea to go ahead and start this, live tonight when I was feeling so lazy. But I'll go ahead and talk about something that went along with Express Yourself, because that was the first song, again, that I chose to pick for my first live. Guys, it's a crazy synchronicity because I wasn't even thinking about it when I made the first live and when I picked the song Express Yourself. Now, I've already said that I picked that song for the Lionsgate's Portal. Lionsgate's Portal has a lot to do with Leo energy. Madonna is a Leo sun, meaning the sun, she was born in Leo season. So I wasn't even thinking about anything like that, but I hadn't watched the video to Express Yourself in a long time. Again, I am a Madonna fan. I've watched a lot of her videos or whatever, but I hadn't watched the video to Express Yourself in a long time. And I got off from the live the other night and I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and play the song. You could listen to the song like on YouTube or whatever. And it wouldn't have to be the official video. Now, I did that before, I did the live just so I could get into the feeling of the song and all that. But I did not look at the official video. I looked at the official video the other night after doing the live, and there were some crazy synchronicities. Now, I did that for Lionsgate's Portal. Madonna obviously is a Leo sun. Leo energy is about being bold, taking center stage, if you will. And the thing about it is, I've talked about black cats recently, because of the Lionsgate's Portal. Obviously, a lion it's in the cat family. I've talked about my cat, Sasha. I think that was the last video. I actually had my cat Sasha, show up for me. I thought that was a really cute picture there. But I had my cat Sasha up for that picture, for that, for that particular video or whatever, the live that I did. So that's a cat. I've talked about black cats recently. And the whole energy was cats, because obviously it's Leo season and it's the Lionsgate's portal. So I go ahead and I pull up the video, the official video for Express Yourself. And in the first live that I went, I also talked about a stage. You'll have to go ahead and watch the video to figure out how I turned a mirror, guys. With my imagination, that's another thing about me. And with the law of attraction, it's great to have a good imagination. But I've always had a big imagination. So I found a way to turn basically a mirror into a stage, right? I turned it into a stage. It was all about reflection and basically what you see when you look in the mirror. And it's about encouragement, trying to encourage you, and trying to encourage myself. So I turned a mirror I turned an upside down mirror into a stage. And I think that was actually the second video when I went live. And I used a candle, for basically lights, camera, action. You have to go and watch the one video says lights, camera, action. The other video says, a mirror, a stage, not a cage. You have to go back and watch those, because this video will turn out, I'll get off subject and all that if I go too far into it. But basically, I went and I watched the video to Express Yourself. In the video, Madonna actually comes out on a stage. Now, that's not too big of a thing there. Obviously, Madonna's a Leo. She likes to take the stage. But in the video, she's all about that Leo energy, because in the video, she's holding a black cat. She's holding a black cat. I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. At one point in the video, I believe it is the black cat's shadow that's shown. Now, not only a lot of people call, if they have a black cat, like as a pet, I've noticed that a lot of people call their black cat Shadow. Now I'll be Shadow Girl Sherry, but I have been trying to attract a black cat, like just attract one, and it happened. That's a whole other video, but I did attract a black cat, and it actually happened for what was it? The last full moon that we had, that was under, okay, success. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and keep talking, guys. But if you go ahead sometime, give you a little bit of homework. If you go and you look at the video to Express Yourself, she actually has a black cat that she holds in the video. I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. At some point in the video, the cat walks by. You don't see the cat and you see its shadow. So I'm like, wow, these are some synchronicities here. There was I talked about Madonna's, this was another kind of homework assignment I kind of gave in another video. One of Madonna's most popular songs, I think this was a song that really set her out there. It blew her up. And that was, of course, Like a Virgin. In Like a Virgin, in the video, she has a masked man, where he is wearing a lion mask. He's a masked man where the mask that he is wearing is a lion. So it's like Leo the lion. And Madonna, again, is a Leo. And today is her solar return. Today is her birthday. So I wanted to because I am a big Madonna fan, solar return. Today is her birthday. So I wanted to because I am a big Madonna fan, and it's Leo season, solar return. Today is her birthday. So I wanted to because I am a big Madonna fan, and it's Leo season. I think that another thing that kind of put her back into the spotlight, which she's always in the spotlight, if you know what I mean. I think that another thing that kind of put her back into the spotlight, which she's always in the spotlight, if you know what I mean. But I think it may have been in maybe the early 2000s. I think it was the MTV, but I think it may have been in maybe the early 2000s. I think it was the MTV Music Awards or something like that where she ever left. But if you're watching this video, most likely you are a Madonna fan. You may be an 80s music fan. You may be an early 90s, mid 90s music fan, whatever. But these are just things that's coming to the top of my head right now. But guys, if you're joining me right now on this live, I just want to say thank you so much. I've told you what my channel Sunset Songs is all about. I've told you what my why I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. If you want to join me now here on TikTok, I go under Sherry's Shadow Closet. Sherry's Shadow Closet because I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. That's a little bit being, in the closet, really, just not showing myself. It's a costume, kind of. But if you join me over on YouTube, my channel is called Sunset Songs. I hope that you will go ahead and find me over there. But guys, basically, every time you choose to like, click, share, subscribe, all that different stuff, for my first live, I put a candle out in the video. And in that video, the candle was not lit. The candle wasn't lit. Basically, the idea was with that candle, that unlit candle, I was asking you basically to light the candle. The candle is basically a candle for you. It's a candle for me. It's a candle for you. It is basically a candle that I'm trying to light with passion. If I'm explaining it right, the passion is what is basically going, or what has lit the candle. There were lots. I think, I'm trying to remember how many people there were that joined that first live, which I was so nervous and all that, but I'm starting to feel more comfortable with it. But the idea was, when I went live, I basically said, okay, this candle is not lit. Whenever you guys choose to like, click, subscribe, all that different kind of thing, you are asking me to kind of not be such a cowardly lion. And guys, you know where the cowardly lion came from. That's from The Wizard of Oz. There was the cowardly lion. And lions, with the Lionsgate's portal, lions are the king of the jungle. They're the king of the jungle. There's no reason for a lion to be shy or to be scared. And of course we know that, Madonna definitely has that Leo energy to her. She definitely has that Leo energy, has no problem with taking center stage, all that. But with that being said, in that first live, basically I had a candle out. It was not lit. And I said, this candle is kind of like an altar. It's basically an altar for myself and for you. Any of people, basically, if you're watching this video, you may consider yourself to be a little bit of a misfit. Maybe you're a little bit of a misfit. Maybe you may be the black sheep in your family. Maybe you feel like it's not everywhere you go that you fit in. My idea is for you to feel like that you fit in here. Because let's think about it. When it comes to misfits, now I don't think you don't have to feel bad about being a misfit, because let's think about superstars. Let's think about, Taylor Swift, or, we'll just stick to Madonna. Madonna had to be a little bit of a misfit. Come on now. She obviously couldn't fit in with everybody, because she wouldn't be Madonna. In order to be like a superstar in anything, in order to be, have to be a singer, whatever, you've got to be willing to take center stage. There's something different about you. You're not like everybody else. You're not like everybody else. So I'll say that. So you're not like everybody else. You're not like everybody else. So I'll say that. So if you are watching us, okay, so I'm still talking here. But if you're watching this video, if this has popped up in your For You page, you may feel like you're a little bit of a misfit in life. Maybe you may feel like, maybe you don't always want to be out in front of everybody. Maybe you don't want to be seen all the time. Or maybe you've been the type where in life, maybe you don't want to be out in front of everybody. Maybe you feel like in life you have been put out there to a point to where you've been in the middle of a scene. You don't like scenes. I'll just put it that way. I'll leave it at that. But anyhow, guys, again, I'll just say that there's nothing wrong with being a misfit, because obviously to be a superstar, when I think about a superstar, I'm thinking about somebody that you have to look up to. Like, their talent is they have such a talent. They're so talented. They're so unique that we have to look up to them. Obviously, we have to look up to them. You know, Madonna's on the stage. Can't everybody join the stage with Madonna? You're not going to be if you get on the stage at a Madonna like concert or whatever, or you know, when Michael Jackson was living, or you know, anybody that takes a stage, there's going to be security that is going to come and get you, because, well, you can't get up there with Madonna because, well, let's just say she's special. You can't get on the stage with her. She's the one performing. You are coming to look at her because she is so talented. Guys, keep that in mind when you think about yourself if you feel like you are a misfit. One of the reasons why I started my channel is for you may consider yourself to be a little bit of a misfit. And the idea with that candle for the first live that I did was we are here to light each other's candle and to encourage each other. I hope that I am encouraging you whenever you choose to like, click, share, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever. You are lighting the passion. You're lighting a candle in me. And I am hoping that when you do that, obviously I'm lighting the path for you. We're lighting each other's path. We are encouraging each other. So I'll say that. But again, if you feel like a misfit, again, think about the birthday girl today, Madonna. She couldn't be like everybody else because she had so much talent. That's how she became Madonna. We have to look up to her. She's a superstar. And what do we do with stars, basically? Stars light up the night. The night's dark, but because of the stars, it just lights a little bit of a path. It's the same thing with the full moon, or with the moon. And especially when the moon is full. And guys, I love to do things, rituals. I hope that to sometime soon get to the point to where I'm going to be going live for the full moon and seeing how many people will show up and join me for the full moon. Guys, I want to say hi to everybody that has joined the live, and I want to say thank you. This was a last minute idea. Guys, I want to go ahead and share with you the image that you're looking at right now, what it means. Guys, it's another synchronicity. I was looking through, just flipping, through pictures on my phone tonight. I was kind of feeling lazy. I wanted to find a way to come out and have a little bit of a birthday party from Madonna, if you will. And come out and talk about her and think, okay, what am I going to say? How am I going to throw a little bit of a birthday party? And come out and talk about her and think, okay, what am I going to say? How am I going to throw a little bit of a birthday party or whatever? But I had a synchronicity. And if you're watching this video, most likely you know what a synchronicity is. It's kind of like, you may call it a coinky-dink, a coincidence, whatever. You may believe in them, maybe you don't, whatever. But I'm not going to say what it is. If you're watching this video, you most likely already know what a coincidence or a coinky-dink or a synchronicity is. It's kind of like you feel like the universe is sending you a sign or talking to you. That's what it feels like. But guys, I have so many pictures on my phone. So many pictures on my phone. I'm about to upgrade my phone right now. I'm about to upgrade my phone, so that's not going to be an issue. But I don't have a lot of storage on my phone. And anytime I make videos, it's another reason why I decided to start going live, because when you go live on TikTok, you don't have to have a lot of storage on your phone to hold the video. And that's the way I was making my videos. I would make the video on my phone and obviously upload it later to TikTok, to YouTube, whatever. But I found that it's just so much easier just to go live. And, here on TikTok, it will store it for you. And then if you want to have the replay, then you can upload it as a replay. And guys, I hope that you will choose to come back and watch that replay Send it to your friends, whoever you know, some people that are trying to be positive. If you know somebody that's not being positive and needs to be a little bit more positive, hey, tell them about my channel. And hopefully we can raise the vibration for them. But anyhow, guys, had this crazy synchronicity, was feeling lazy, whatever. And I'm looking through my phone thinking, okay, I need to, clear some of the pictures. I have so many pictures on my phone, so many screenshots, whatever, on the journey, my journey in life, my journey in spirituality, whatever. So something told me, okay, I want to go ahead and clear some of the pictures off of my phone. I have so many pictures, so many screenshots. So I'm flipping through my pictures, trying to get to the very first picture that I ever took to start deciding, okay, what pictures am I going to get rid of, whatever. And it just so happened that I didn't get to the first picture. I didn't even get close to the first picture that I took on this phone. And somewhere along the way, this picture here came up. And this was the picture that you're looking at right now. Hello to everybody, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to see how many people I'm gonna be able to see who joined for this live, whatever. This was a last minute idea, and it was a synchronicity that gave me the go ahead to do this, to make this video. But what happened was, I'm flipping through all my pictures, wanted to get down to the very first picture, start erasing pictures to make room. If I wanted to make just a normal video, and I needed room for the video. And as I'm flipping through, I landed on this picture. And if you look at the date here, this picture was actually taken on New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day for 2022. Guys, on New Year's Eve for 2022, I made a video for my channel, Sunset Songs, where basically, if you're watching this video, you may consider yourself to be a little bit witchy. What I did, for that New Year's Eve, going into that New Year's Day, for New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day, 2022 was coming in. I decided that what I wanted to do for my channel was have a little bit of a party, I said, basically. And I wanted to make a witch's ball. And basically the idea is come one, come all to the witch's ball, really. And really, a ball, if you were invited to a ball, you might think about Cinderella. Cinderella, she was invited to a ball where there was a fairy godmother who came along, turned a plain pumpkin into a magical carriage. And the idea with Cinderella, the fairy tale, a magical carriage. And the idea with Cinderella, the fairy tale, was that a magical carriage. And the idea with Cinderella, the fairy tale, was that Cinderella carriage is going to turn back into a pumpkin. The magic is going to go from magic back to mundane again. The dress is going to turn, the ball gown is going to turn back into a regular dress. You're going to go from riches back to rags again. So, she has to hurry up and get back to, to her home, leaves the ball or whatever. And of course she trips as she's running out of the ball, so nobody would see what she looked like, with regular clothes on. She leaves her shoe behind. You know the story. I'm not going to go into all that. But basically, this was a bit of a ball. I called it a ball. I was inviting you to a ball, really, my viewers on Sunset Songs, to a ball. That's what I said. This is a ball. This is a bit of an invitation. And what you're looking at, I basically said was an invitation to a party, to a ball. And really what it was a Christmas card. Because, Christmas comes, 5 days before New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. So I opened a Christmas card up, turned it into a bit of an invitation, laid it out in the video, and I decorated it. And the song that I chose as the sunset song was a song by Madonna. Madonna has a song called Where's the Party? Guys, if you have watched any of my other videos, then you already know that I have a different kind of a way in writing things out. It may look like a little bit of a puzzle, but if you look at it, you use your imagination. You look at it, it says, you can look where and see where it says, "Where's the party?" And you see Madonna's name is written down through "Where's the Party?" because the song obviously is by Madonna. "Where's the Party" by Madonna. And it was for my New Year's Eve 2022 ball. I'm going to go ahead and read it. It says, "May the spirit of the season lift you up and deliver you blessings now and forevermore. Merry Christmas." So I went from Christmas. I found a way to join Christmas, a Christmas card, into New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And I turned it into an invitation to what I called my witch's ball. Now, what did I do? What was the activity for that ball, the witch's ball? Well, I made witch's balls. I don't want to go all into what witch's ball is. I think I've seen where it's called a spirit ball. Whatever you want to, the idea that you want to use your imagination, whatever. But I should have looked it up before I went for this live, but I'm kind of having a little bit of a hard time remembering what an actual witch's ball is. I think the idea of a witch's ball, when you're making one, not the party, whatever. This was a party invitation, but what I made for the witch's ball was an actual witch's ball. I think the original idea for a witch's ball was, it's like a shiny ball that you take, and it's decorated or whatever. You make it up and you hang it out. You put it wherever you want to put it. And the original idea was, you look at it. If an evil spirit comes around, they look at the ball, and it's shiny or whatever. And it's said to, like, if I am remembering it right, that was the idea of it. The original idea is, you look at the ball, it's shiny and everything, it's made up or whatever, and it's supposed to, and you might want to even think about the evil eye. If you're watching this video, you may already know what the evil eye is. You're looking at the ball. The ball is like a reflection. You look at it and you get frightened, and it scares like a evil spirit off. If I can remember right, that's the idea of a witch's ball. It's a reflection. Just like, kind of like, it puts me in the mind of the evil eye. But you look at the ball, you see your reflection, you get scared. It's said to scare evil spirits off. And of course, when you're going into a new year, you don't want anything negative following you into a new year. You are asking, if you're working with the law of attraction, if you work with things like that, you're trying to shift what I've come to find out. You're trying to shift timelines. You're trying to give up. You're trying to leave the old behind and get in. But I've come to find out, you're trying to shift timelines. You're trying to give up. You're trying to leave the old behind and get into the new. You're stepping into a new timeline. You're stepping into a new year. So you don't want to bring all that old stuff along with you, that old energy, into your new year. So that was my whole idea. But I think I've explained what a witch's ball is. And if you look on the right-hand side of this picture that you're looking at right now, you see a little bit of a ball. And actually what it was, I went during Christmas season that year of 2021. I went Christmas shopping. And it may have been after, maybe a couple of days or a day or two after Christmas. I like to, that's when I really like to go and, pick out a couple of things for the next year. They had these really huge balls that would cost Christmas ornaments that were clear. You have the clear ones or whatever. You can put stuff in them, whatever. And then you could also just find like a huge ornament. But when I was looking around, there were huge, like, colored ornaments, but I was looking for a huge, ball that you could open it up and put things in it. And of course, at that point, after Christmas, they were on discount. They were at a huge discount. And so I got one. It was a real beautiful, it was a big one. It was shiny. And when I say shiny, it was clear, but it was an ornament. It said Merry Christmas on the outside, and you might be able to see just a little bit of that in the corner, the corner of, I didn't get the whole thing and fit it in this, for this live, but you can see it in the right. It's a ball, and it's a Christmas ornament, actually. And, it was a real big one. And in the ornament, inside the ornament, it had a lot of confetti, and it was such a beautiful ornament. And some people would have said, don't ruin the ornament, whatever. It's got all the beautiful confetti in it. It looked like a party. So I thought, when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make a witch's ball, call it a witch's ball, and invite my viewers and see who all shows up for my witch's ball. And it just so happened, guys, when I was flipping through all my pictures tonight, this is why I decided to put this picture up. Obviously it's for Christmas. It was for Christmas. It was for New Year's. But the crazy synchronicity about it is that today is Madonna's birthday. For that ball, for that witch's ball, for that particular episode, the sunset song I picked for that episode was Where's the Party by Madonna, for the witch's ball. And I made witch's balls. So a lot of people would have looked at that particular ornament and said, oh my gosh, don't ruin that ornament. It's so beautiful. It had all this beautiful confetti in it, and it looked like a party. It looked like a party that you would go to, with all confetti everywhere. And I'm just like, wow, that ornament's beautiful. I want to take that and turn it into a witch's ball. So what I did, my idea was to write down things that I wanted to manifest into the new year. I basically, and if you have like a manifestation journal, a journal where you're writing your, what you're trying to manifest, trying to bring into your reality. You might have a manifestation journal. You might have where you just basically with a manifestation journal, you write out what you're trying to manifest, but you write it out as in it's already done. It's already done. That's the idea of the law of attraction. The more you feel like you're feeling like your life is you're already living the life of your dreams. That's said to be the time. That's supposed to be when your vibration is really high, and it might be the time to where, wow, it turns into your reality because you feel it so much. And that's what takes it from the 5D into the 3D, and you are then living it. So, the idea was, kind of like a manifestation journal. The activity was to write out for the ball, write out what you're manifesting as in the present tense, as it's already happened. And when you think about the present tense, think about a present, as in this present moment is a present. This present moment is a present. Like, think about it. It's the present moment, and it's a present, as in it's a gift. Use it wisely. Think about what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about something positive? Or are you thinking about something negative? Because it's said through the law of attraction that is what you are attracting. And whether you know it or not, we are always manifesting. We're always attracting. So there's lots of people that they're not even into the law of attraction. They're not thinking about it. They don't know anything about it, but it's said through the law of attraction, just by universal law, they are attracting, and they don't even know it. So, and I think about a lot of times in my life, I think that's the vibration I was on. And to me, that's why for such a long time, I had so much bad luck, because the more I got into the law of attraction and I started thinking more positive, I started to notice positive things returning back to me, because I was thinking, my intention was to think positive, and I started to notice it. In my life, before I got into the law of attraction, there were a lot of people that were around me that were negative. And I'm like, I got to start clearing those people out. It's not that I don't have love for them and whatever, but I would try to tell them, I'm trying to be more positive. Maybe you should try to do the same. And there were those that they didn't want to jump on that boat. They didn't want to jump on that boat. They didn't want to be on that ship. So, I just kind of had to, kind of start spending less time with them. You know what I mean? But guys, for the witch's ball, the idea was it It's kind of like a manifestation journal. You take out a piece of paper. The piece of paper that I had was pink because Madonna, I think in her video for Material, was it Material Girl? We are living in a material world and I am a material girl. Guys, you know the song. If you're watching this video, you're a Madonna fan. You might be an 80s fan and you know the song. But in the video, you know, it was kind of like she was kind of being like Marilyn Monroe. And, you know, Marilyn Monroe was, you know, very, very beautiful. And when it comes to Marilyn Monroe, I mean, I see a lot of things where if you're in the law of attraction or you consider yourself to be a little bit witchy, you may know what glamour magic is. You may know what glamour magic is. You may know what it means when you look in a mirror. Like, don't say negative things about yourself. Speak positive things because you're looking at your own reflection. And why are you wanting to look in the mirror and say negative things to your own reflection? These are the ideas that are popping up into my mind, guys. The ideas that are popping up in my mind. But in the video to Material Girl, was it Material World or Material Girl? Guys, if you're in the chat, you might want to help me out here. Yeah, guys, if you're watching this video, you're tuning into this live, you're a Madonna fan, guys, go ahead and leave a sunset song. What's your favorite song by Madonna? Let me know. Guys, today's her birthday. This is a bit of a birthday party for Madonna. Leave in the chat. What's your favorite song by Madonna? Today's Madonna's birthday, guys. Let's be happy and throw a party here. But anyhow, guys, for this, again, I was feeling kind of lazy. And I wasn't going to make a video. I was just thinking about Madonna today. And I'm like, I think that's going to have to be it because I'm feeling kind of tired. And then I'm like, you know, looking through my pictures and I have so many pictures on my phone. And it just so happened that I landed on the video, on the picture of that I took the night for New Year's Eve for 2022. And you know, that was a couple years back. So I took that as a crazy synchronicity. This was all about the sunset song for that night was Where's the Party by Madonna. I'm like, come on now, we got to throw a party for Madonna. Where's the party? So guys, go ahead. If you're looking at this video, please leave in the chat. Or if you look at the replay, hopefully I'm going to have enough room on my phone and everything to add this replay on for TikTok. If I don't get a chance to add the replay, I don't have enough room, whatever, I can't get it uploaded to TikTok, I am going to upload it on YouTube. So you can watch the replay either here on TikTok, maybe not, but if you can't watch the replay on TikTok, you can go ahead and watch it on YouTube. And if you go on YouTube, on any of my videos, but especially this video, go ahead and leave your favorite song by Madonna. Leave your thoughts, what you think about Madonna. Have you been to a Madonna concert? I have not. I would have loved to have gone to a Madonna concert. I think that there has been rumors where Madonna, you know, she's so much of a diva, where Madonna, I could be wrong, where Madonna made, you know, so much of a diva. That just made, guys, that made me think of like another 90s artist. Anybody remember Adina Howard? Anybody remember Adina Howard? That's another freak. You know, Madonna was that girl. She was that it girl where she got the whole, you know, freaky deek thing started. Like, you remember Like a Virgin, the video, it was for MTV. She made it big. She, you know, dressed up in a wedding gown. It was the MTV Music Awards. It may have been 1984, 1985. I don't know which one. If you know, leave it here in the chat. But she took center stage, dressed in a wedding gown, I think she popped out of a wedding cake, was, you know, dancing around pretty, you know, you know what I mean? She's dancing around and everything on the stage, really seductively. Today, it would be light. You know, now we have, you know, the things have come a long way. Things have come a long way. Videos and things like that. It's, you know, a lot of things are being shown today. It's not like jaw dropping, you know, anymore what Madonna did. It's like, okay, it was such a big deal back then, but now it's, you know what I mean. But she was the it girl that was one of those people that got it started. But another girl from back in the day, if you're of a certain age or you're just a 90s music fan, you wouldn't have to be of a certain age. Anybody, you can listen to whatever kind of music you listen to. And I will go ahead and say that for my channel, Sunset Songs, don't be surprised if you get on and today it's Madonna. The next video, it could be a country song. It could be an R&B song. I try to pick something. I like all different types of music. And I try to pick a little something for everybody. So don't feel like if you're, just because you're a country music fan, or maybe you were back in the day, you were a heavy metal music fan or whatever, you like heavy metal, whatever, guys, make the suggestion. If it's not a Madonna song that you have on playing in your heart, and I say, my channel Sunset Songs is all about the song that's playing in your heart. What song is making you feel good right now? Leave it here in the chat. It wouldn't have to be a Madonna song. It could be a song by Adina Howard. And maybe I should make that a little bit of a quiz. What was Adina Howard's big song? Does anybody remember? And let me call somebody out, because let me call somebody out here on the live. I do call myself Shadow Girl Sherry, where I don't appear in my videos, at least not yet. I'm going to stop being a cowardly lion somewhere along the line and be like Madonna, take center stage and show up and let you know what I look like. But as for right now, I am Shadow Girl Sherry. I also said in a recent video that I actually have another name picked out for myself. I don't want to stay Shadow Girl Sherry. I have another name picked out for myself. But the thing about the idea, it's a beautiful name. The idea about it is I have to earn it. The way that I'm earning it, I have to earn this beautiful name. The more you guys choose to like, click, share, subscribe, all that different stuff, leave comments, and light that candle. The candle that I have, that I'm saying is on our altar for you, for me, every time I show up here on, on my channel. I, encourage you guys, get you guys encouraged, uplifted, raise your vibration, raise your frequency, all that. You're lighting the candle on that altar. And guys, I try to light that candle every day. I think about all you guys, my subscribers, everybody that may feel like they're a misfit. If you're watching this video, whether you feel like a misfit or not, maybe you're just a music fan, I don't know. Maybe you're not a misfit, you're just into the law of attraction and you're not a misfit, I don't know. But all you guys, I have a name that I've picked out for myself, but I have to earn that name. I have a beautiful name picked out myself. It is not Shadow Girl Sherry. I'm trying to get away from Shadow Girl Sherry, because basically, guys, before I even found out when I first started making videos for YouTube, that's where I started up first. I started making videos, and that was, I really got the idea for my channel during COVID-19, because, we all had to go inside our homes and, come up with something to make it through. We had to have some kind of a hobby or whatever. If you're watching this video, you may consider yourself to be a little bit witchy. And when I say witchy, I'm not saying anything about religion. I'm not, I'm not talking about that right now. There are, guys, do consider as well, there are what we call Christian witches. There are all different types of witches. You may be a Christian witch. You may be into religion. Maybe you're not into religion. Maybe you're just into spirituality, maybe. Maybe you might want to call it the law of attraction. Maybe you might call it the law of attraction, or being witchy, as in which way do you want to go? Do you want to think positive? Do you want to think negative? But guys, even before, when I just first started making my videos, I didn't have a name for myself. Somewhere along the line, because I wasn't showing up and showing you what I look like, basically by not showing up, I considered that to be a bit of a costume. That was the costume, because I wasn't showing up, and you just saw items. You just saw, something, a piece of paper with words written on it with the song or whatever, themed around whatever I was talking about, but you didn't see my face. Well, you didn't see my face. Even right now, you're looking at this picture, you don't see my face. But the idea was, somewhere along the line, in one of my first videos, I called myself Shadow Girl. And then after a while, I called myself Shadow Girl Sherry. At that point, guys, I had no idea what shadow work was. But with the algorithm and all that, just like this has shown up for you all for the algorithm, I started seeing this thing called shadow work. With that being said, I called myself Shadow Girl Sherry. But guys, this video, I have about 5 more minutes left before this video is they're gonna cut me off. I would continue going live because I'm having so much fun, and I thought I was gonna have such a hard time going live, but I have so much fun with you guys. If you're watching this video, I truly feel like you're a friend to me. But guys, shadow work. If you're watching this video, guys, you may consider doing shadow work. Maybe you need to do shadow work. But I did say that, guys, I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry for now. But I have another name picked out for myself. But basically, I have to earn that name. It's a beautiful name, but it's not Shadow Girl Sherry. Every time you choose to like, click subscribe, leave a comment, any of those things, you're lighting the candle on the altar that I have chosen for you and for me. We're supposed to show up for each other, light each other's path, encourage each other. I try to burn that candle every day. That candle that is in that first video, that's the candle that I have right now that I've tried to burn every day. When I think about manifesting more subscribers, I think about you guys. The candle is called Sunset Guava. I think that's perfect because my channel on YouTube is called Sunset Songs. I hope you will choose to go over there, join me over there, leave comments, whatever. Leave your favorite song. If you have a Madonna song, any song you like. If you like a song by, I don't know, who just came to the top of my mind? It was Adina Howard. If you have the song, Adina Howard was a little bit of a freaky girl, you know what I mean? Just like Madonna. If you could think of the song by Adina Howard, leave that over there on my channel. Leave it in the replay here on TikTok if I get it uploaded. But if not, go ahead and join me over on YouTube, Sunset Songs. Leave it there. What's the song by Adina Howard? But guys, I have to earn that name. But the candle that I've got lit right now for our altar is called Sunset Guava. Again, I think that's a perfect name for the candle, for the first candle that I'm working with for us and for our manifestation and our goals and all that, and lighting our path. Lighting our path is called Sunset Guava. My channel is called Sunset Songs, all about my personal journey with the law of attraction. Guys, I've got like 2 minutes and 28 seconds, 2:27 seconds. This is reminding me of New Year's Eve. Again, this picture that you're looking at is a picture from New Year's Eve where I threw a bit of a ball. Guys, if I can call anybody out right now, I call myself Shadow Girl Sherry. But right now, I'm going to shout out and say, what's up? Because I'm looking at the name right now, Robert Cole. Hi, Robert Cole. This is Shadow Girl Sherry. And thank you so much for watching and, sharing this present moment with me. Guys, again, this was a picture that I took for what I called a witch's ball. In the corner over here, you are looking at a witch's ball. Basically, what I did, I took a piece of paper that was like a manifestation journal, really, but it was a piece of paper, a pink piece of paper, because I picked Madonna. Madonna's song, Where's the Party? Madonna seems to like the color pink. In her video for Material Girl, she was dressed in I believe she was dressed, there was a lot of pink present in the video. And I think she was making a reference to a very beautiful girl, which that was Marilyn Monroe, the beautiful Marilyn Monroe. And, Madonna kind of, the blonde hair and all that. I just saw the angel number 111. Guys, that makes me just think, make a wish, guys. I just saw 108. That's a big number when it comes to spirituality. That's a whole other video. But guys, look at the ball in the corner. It was a witch's ball. Basically, I said that in that particular video, you could have, it's a pink piece of paper for Madonna. Happy birthday, Madonna. Today's her solar return, her birthday. But I took a piece of paper. I wrote down what I was trying to manifest at that point. I still have the witch's ball. I had it hanging in my yard for a while. I move it around. But basically, I put different ingredients into it, positive things. I think there's a seashell in there. different things that I put in there along with that. I try to find something from each element laid out in the video. Basically, guys, this is kind of like that New Year's Eve that year. 11, 10. In just a second, I'm going to be out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Shadow Girl Sherry signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.